Alright, we've been here before. UBL. Let's try and do something magical this season. Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome to our week 1 battle in the UBL in this off-season, low-tier season, whatever you want to call it. We are back. We're here for our first week. If you guys missed the draft recap / analysis, go check it out. I'll have a card somewhere on the video. But if you go check it out, you guys get to see the insane team that we did draft. I'm really looking forward to using it. Really looking forward to actually bringing the power that we've got. It's going to be wild, especially with all these low-tier mons, so it should be really, really good fun. Before I dive into this battle, you guys, look, I'm going to give 2 quick plugs. 1, merch in the description down below. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. If you do buy something, let me know. Share a picture, all that kind of good stuff. And thank you so much for the support on the channel. Second, I want to give a huge shout out to my front office this week. I was on vacation or holidays and I was away. No access to the PC, no real time to really prep whatsoever. So I want to give a huge shout out to my front office who did come up and help me out so much. Particularly Aquarius, who pretty much built my whole team for me this week. Now, whether or not I'm going to do it justice is I don't know, because we know, like, for me, I'm hit and miss. Either I'm brilliant or I am awful. So I'm hoping that I can do the build a little bit of justice, because it's just not gone too well for me. Like, Wi-Fi hasn't gone too well for me. Like, we've been shocking, really. So we'll see how we go. But I'm really looking forward to being using this team. And really looking forward to building with this team down the line when I have a little bit more time. It's just I didn't have the time this week. And hopefully I'll get time next week. But yeah, on that note, guys, we are up against Matt O'Shea, coach of the Montreal Melodics. I always find it odd when I see his name, because I'm like, how is this guy from Montreal? But yeah, he's got such an Irish name. It's ridiculous. Like, for me, he should be from Ireland. But anyways, his team, as you can see for me now, consists of Archeops, Mudsdale, Berserker, Kangaskhan, Lapras, Roselia, Bayham, Combusken, Spiritomb, and Dedenne. Now, Matt's a pretty good high-level battler, so we are going to have to be on our A-game here to be able to win this. He's got a lot of experience. He knows he plays at a very high level, so we have to make sure we're on our A-game. Like, we can't be coming in and playing disastrously on Wi-Fi. Like, we kind of have to really start, like, performing at a better level there. So we hope for the best. We hope for the best. Regarding his team, Archeops is a big threat here. That thing's going to hit like a truck until we can get it down to within its range where it's not that much of a threat anymore regarding its HP. Mudsdale is going to be a big tank, so we're going to have to just chip away at that, but we do have the monster to be able to do that. Combusken with the speed boost can be a little bit tricky. Spiritomb is a really big wall. We're going to have to be able to deal with that. And then, as one of my front office says, we're more likely to get 6-0 by Dedenne because it's Dedenne, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's his team, you guys. Let me show you what I bring. First thing is Disaster. The Absol is coming out this week with Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Ice Beam, and Close Combat. This EV spread, not crazy about it. I don't need to do anything too crazy at all with Absol this week. Like, this is perfect. Like, we just have 252 Adamant, we bring enough speed to outspeed a 0-speed Kangaskhan, and then we just run havoc. There's not one thing on our opponent's team that likes dealing with Absol. Not one. We're just going to come in and punish it. You're probably wondering about Ice Beam and a 28 in special attack. That's to do with a fully fizzed Mudsdale. Mudsdale kind of comes in, we can start smacking with Ice Beam. And then it's game over for that Mudsdale then. So that's going to be our answer here. Loving this Absol set. Hopefully it does the work. After I got Bruce Sock this week, rocking out with Close Combat, Knockoff, Toxic, and Taunt. Really, for me, the way I'm looking at this is that we're probably going to be baiting in Spiritomb whenever we see Sock. Like, Spiritomb is definitely going to be brought. And the idea for me is that we're going to see Spiritomb come in, we're going to taunt it, that will prevent any sort of setup or Will-O-Wisp kind of shenanigans, and then I can proceed to Toxic anything, and then I have the Close Combat Knockoff then. It's just solid, like, offensive moves there that I can use to hit the Berserker and to hit everything else knocking around. The EV spread, look, I'll be honest, if we just have a little bit of bulk there to be able to sponge a few hits from the likes of Mudsdale and a couple of other bits and pieces, and a 36 attack EVs with Adamant Nature allows us basically to 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO anything that we need to. So that's the reason why around this Sock set, and hopefully it'll do the job. Oh, and also enough speed to outspeed 0-speed Kangaskhan. There we go, perfect. After that, we got Prey, our Wishy-Washy, holding the leftovers, Flip Turn, Toxic, and the rest talk set this week. Basically, I want this thing to be really fizz depth bulky wise, and so that we can be able to come in on a Mudsdale, sponge a hit, come in on the Archeops, sponge a hit. You kind of see what I'm going with here with this, and then we're always going to force a switch, go for the Flip Turn, go for the Toxic, and then our rest sleep talk is just a way for us to be able to heal back up. More than likely, we're always going to be seeing Roselia kind of come in here, so it'll always give us the opportunity to Flip Turn out from whatever we're in into our, say, our Rotom Fan, into our Frostlass, and be able to scare the Roselia out every time, and hopefully that will do the business. After that, I got finally our Rotom Fan, hopefully heavy duty boots, very utility set this week, you guys. Just Air Slash, Will-O-Wisp, Full Switch, and Pain Split. Come in, take hits, come back out again. And no speed, outspeed, zero speed, Kangaskhan, and the split defenses there. A touch of special attacks for us to be able to hit the Roselia with the Air Slash, and then we have Will-O-Wisp to potentially cripple the Mudsdales and all of those other Pokemon that are really bit of a nuisance. So hopefully our Rotom Fan can kind of come in here and do work and do the business. After that, I'm bringing Banshee, our Frostlass, heavy duty boots. Basically, I predict Mudsdales always get rocks up most of the time if we're not really predicting it carefully, and if that is the case, then I don't want Frostlass to get punished by coming in on rocks. I want to be able to kind of come in and kick the Ice Beam on the Mudsdale as often as we possibly can. Ice Shard, Ice Beam, Spikes, and Shadow Ball's moveset. We're just going to get Spikes up, and he doesn't have anything other than the Archeops that appreciates having to deal with Spikes, so being able to get Spikes up and punishing our opponent is really, really nice. I'm bringing the Shadow Ball to deal with the Behem because I think Behem is a big threat. Now, the Combuskin is also quite scary, but I feel like we can deal with the Combuskin because we have the Wishy-Washy, so I'm not too worried about Combuskin. So I'm bringing Shadow Ball. I could have brought Psychic here, but I'm bringing Shadow Ball to smack the Behem a little bit more. And that's it. That's basically it. Max speed, max special attack. We don't need anything else. And last but not least, we have Jasmine, our Steelix, holding the weakness policy. Yeah, I know. What are we doing here? Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam, Earth Power, and Dragon Tail is the moveset. Basically, we kind of come in on all these special attackers, like the Lapras, like the Behem, and such. We can kind of come in, we can kick Heavy Slam on a lot of these. I have Earth Power for the Mudsdale, so if Mudsdale comes in, I can maybe click Heavy Slam, get rocks off. Mudsdale then goes for EQ, we pop the weakness policy, we go for the Earth Power. All of a sudden, that Mudsdale is in big trouble. So that's the reason why we run Earth Power on our Steelix this week. And if we can bait that weakness policy and just smack that Mudsdale even harder, that's beautiful, because like he doesn't really have anything else coming on a +2 Heavy Slam, and really if he's relying on another Pokemon to kind of come in and take the Earth Power, he has to rely on Archeops, and I don't like, that's not a situation he wants to be in at all. So popping this Steelix would be very critical for us. It's just a matter of popping at the right time because it will break through something, so hopefully that will work. But yeah, that's the team, you guys. Let's get up into the battle. Alright, you guys, here we are in the battle. As you can see, Matt has brought Spiritomb, Lapras, Kangaskhan, Archeops, Mudsdale, and Behem. I'm not too worried about this, actually. I'm quite happy with that overall. I know Mudsdale is going to be a little bit of an issue, but it is what it is. We'll be able to deal with it as we can. Overall, I'm thinking we could maybe get away with leading with our Wishy-Washy here. I think there's not any Pokemon that I look at that I'm like, oh, I'm really terrified about. I think I can leave on Wishy-Washy, get Toxic off, and then just flip turn, and I think that is quite viable. If I see the Spiritomb, maybe I can pivot around that, because I don't really want to deal with Spiritomb too much, especially get my Wishy-Washy Toxic very early. But I think other than that, I'm happy enough if he leads with the, say, the Mudsdale, which is definitely a really good lead here, for me just to get a Toxic off on it. Other than that, I think we can just pivot around. I definitely don't want to lead with my Rotom Fan here right off the bat, because I feel like if he leads with Mudsdale, which is a very common lead here, then we'll be behind very early. So I don't want to give him that. I'd rather just go lead with our Wishy-Washy and figure it out from there. If he leads with the Spiritomb, sure, look, we'll go into the Steelix and we figure it out, I think. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, good luck, have fun to our opponent. Definitely go check him out. Link to his channel in the description down below. That is very loud, very loud. Let me just turn that down just a touch from my own ears. But yeah, hopefully we can have a really good game here, and hopefully I do well. He does indeed lead with the Mudsdale. I am very happy with that, as that works out perfect for me, as we're going to get our schooling. We're literally gonna level up right here in front of us. I love this ability, by the way. The way that this thing just becomes huge, it's like boom, bitch, get out the way. I'm just going straight for the Toxic here. I'm expecting a pivot at this point with Mudsdale. I'm just going to go for the Toxic, because whoever's going to come in here, whether it be Lapras or not, that's fine. If it's Lapras, that's perfect. Top 5 pick is the Lapras. I'm just pulling a Toxic. I am slapping a timer down on you, and that is going to be that. Beautiful stuff. And we get the Toxic on the Lapras. Very early doors. Fantastic. Beautiful. I have no idea what this is yet, but we'll figure it out. Now that Lapras is in here, I don't really want to go into my Rotom. To be honest, I think the best bet for me, because Lapras could have the Water Reserve. I think we have to go straight into our Steelix and figure it out. So I'm just going to go hard into my Steelix, and we'll see what happens. I think that's our best bet, and we kind of go from there. But the Lapras is going to Going to get a move off on us anyways. As we see the freeze dry. We do eat that. We eat that very, very nicely as well. Do I see anything? I don't see lefties, so I could see boots here on this thing. Now what I want to do is set up rocks on the Mudsdale coming in here. And just get rocks up because I'll be able to punish certain things here. The Lapras being toxic is very, very nice. The more we can get this Lapras worn down, it's fine. We do see the heal bell. So I see that this thing is going to be a little bit of a nuisance, but it is what it is. I'm just going to get my rocks off. Means that us spamming toxic is going to be a little bit annoying, but I have got this thing a little bit worn down, so it's not too bad. I wouldn't mind going for Dragon Tail, doing a little bit of phasing here. I wouldn't mind going for the Heavy Slam either, because no matter who comes in here, there's going to take a big hit, so I might just go for the Heavy Slam and see how it goes, I think. As we see the Surf come in, this Lapras is gone for a couple of big hits here. Ugh. That's a crit. That's okay. That's alright. We are indeed going to bring in our... Assault here. That's alright. That's okay. Now, at this point, I'm just going to go for the knockoff. I'm expecting Spiritomb to come in here, so I just want to go for the knockoff, then taunt it. So then Spiritomb is going to be in a little bit of a bind, and then proceed just to kind of be a nuisance to it then after that. But now that I have rocks off, especially if I can get rid of the boots off on this Lapras, because I'm pretty sure it's boots. I need to have an idea what the problem is. Lapras is a bit of an issue here. I would have thought we would have had a little bit more buff to deal with it, but it's not the end of the world. Lapras is going to be withdrawn. Who is coming in here? It is going to be the Mudsdale. I'm okay with that. As I'm just going to go for the knockoff. Whether it be, as we see the stamina come in, I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world whatsoever. There's the Chesto Berry. I am going to taunt, or do I want a toxic here? I wouldn't mind. My stick is kind of gone a little bit broken here, so it constantly goes over to the left. Do I want a toxic here? Do I want to take a big hit with this thing? I think I can afford taking a hit, so I'm just going to go for the toxic. Could have maybe gone for the taunt, but just getting a toxic off and just wearing this thing down even more is going to be fine by me. Now obviously he's got rocks inside the field, which sucks, but we're both going to have to suffer with that. But I got two heavy duty boots Pokemon, so it's not too bad. Now I am going to go for the taunt here because I don't want him to rest this turn. I'm just going to go for the taunt. If he switches into the Spiritomb, that's fine. I can taunt that again. Like that'll already be taunted, and then I can go for the knockoff or something of that ilk. The Mudsdale will be slowly being worn down. And by going for the taunt here, I can't resto Chesto this thing anymore. So he'll be forced to go into Lapras at some point in front of this Sock, which is fine. We'll just go bring in the Spiritomb. We do go for the taunt here. So let's see what does he go for the rest here, or do he go for EQ? He went for the EQ. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Now he is going to be kind of forced to stay in here a little bit. Now for me it could be worthwhile coming into my Rotom here, so I am going to do that because is Rest, Sleep Talk, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, right? So I'm going to bring in my Rotom and I can start power flinching here a little bit, and I have no problem doing that as he's going to withdraw his Mudsdale. That's fine by me. In comes the B here. So this thing is a little bit of an issue. Takes the rocks damage. That's okay. We are going to... Part of me kind of wants to Air Slash here. I think I will Air Slash on the incoming Mudsdale. As we actually see him stay in. And go for a Shadow Ball. This may hurt, but we should be able to tank it. We do indeed tank it. Again, I have no problem. Like, I might full switch here. I might not. If I full switch, that is tasty damage on that B here. But I wouldn't mind Air Slashing again. And if Mudsdale kind of comes in, we can deal with it. If he brings in the Archeops, like obviously Archeops is a bit of an issue, but he has to gamble that. I don't think he wants to gamble that just yet. I think he'll bring the Mudsdale or the Kangaskhan. Or I think Kangaskhan is probably his switch in here. He actually elects to stay in. I think playing a risky game here because if he gets flinched, and instead he goes for the recover. That's fine. What I will do here is I think he might want to pivot around. So I'm going to go for the full switch, predicting the pivot here. Because he might think that I'm scarfed. And he might want to go out into... Actually, he likes to stay in. Not too bad. I think we bring Absol here. I think we bring Absol here all day. That's like, it's just a non-issue. We bring Absol and we just pick... We claim a life. No matter what this... No matter what what move is used here, we should be fine. We see the Shadow Ball. Absol should eat this. Perfect. And we claim a life here. No matter who comes in, we claim a life. So I'm just going to click the knockoff. Whether it's Mudsdale, whether it's something else, we just claim a life and I pick it off. Definitely want to keep the Absol around though, because Archeops is a bit of an issue. But we should be fine. If Mudsdale comes in, like it's so weak now, like it's scary, like it's terrifying. Because it's so weak. So like at this point, the Mudsdale could be gone very shortly, and that would be kind of good for us. He does pivot around there. Brings in the Mudsdale to sack it off. Now he doesn't know he's sacking it off, but he is effectively sacking it off. That damage! Oh my god! Like this is ridiculous. I think I'm free to just go for another knockoff. I don't need to reveal the tech here, so I am just going to go for another knockoff here. Don't need to reveal the tech. Just pick this thing off because I don't want to allow this thing to get the rest off. So down goes the Mudsdale to Absol. Perfect. Obviously we are a little bit weaker now, but the Mudsdale's broken through. We know the Lapras is set. We know we definitely need this Absol to deal with the Behem. The Kangaskhan is in the back. We have Sock to deal with it. Archeops is a bit of an issue, but we have the Wishy-Washy that can deal with that. So we're not in a terrible position here, but it's going to be problematic. Now, Lapras has no way of being able to heal itself, whereas our Wishy-Washy does. So, like, Lapras is an issue, guys. There's just no getting around the fact that Lapras is an issue. We are going to see a switch, and we do see Kangaskhan come in here. Now, I would love to smack you with a knockoff. Love to smack you with a knockoff, but again, I'm also a little bit worried that if you kind of come in here, you're looking to do some wish shenanigans. So I kind of want to come in here. What do I want to come in here on? Do I want to click the CC here and break through you and have Sock beat the Behem later down the line with knockoff because it can? Or and I have the Frostlass to deal with it as well. I think I can click the CC here and we'll just pick this thing off. Or I can click knockoff and get big boy damage. I'm going to go for the CC here and just knock this thing out. If he goes for the wish, he goes for the wish. He actually goes for the body slam. That should knock me out. That's okay. Alright. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. As we see the lefties there from the Kangaskhan. Okay, alright. That obviously sucks, but it is what it is. I have a feeling we could bring in... I think we bring in this bad boy again. We're bringing this bad boy again. We're bringing our Sock. It's going to force him into Spiritomb, I think. Part of me would love just to click knockoff here. Another part of me is thinking Toxic would be pretty slick. Do you need Kangaskhan here? I don't think Kangaskhan is that much of a win con for him, so I think he might. I don't think he'll preserve it. I think he wants his Archeops, right? So I need to keep my Wishy-Washy alive. I could click the CC here, but he probably will outspeed me. So I'm thinking, I think we can go for the CC here and just get damage off. I think he will outspeed. We should live. If he goes out into the Spiritomb, I can go for the taunt, Toxic it. If he goes out, yeah, I think we should be fine. We should be fine, and we'd be able to beat him, no problem. If I'm able to get rid of this thing, as we see the body slam, if I'm able to break through this Kangaskhan just a little bit, can I live that? Oh my god, do not power me here. Thank you. That's beautiful. That's perfect. Shadow Ball is completely open now for me for the rest of the game with my Frostlass. So, and that is fantastic. Like for the rest of the game, I can just bring in Frostlass and just like boom, 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 just do something. Now, obviously, the Sock has gone a little bit less redundant here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Archeops might want to come in here. I'm expecting Archeops to be boots or some sort of citrus berry kind of shenanigans so he can get his HP back up. The Spiritomb, a little bit of a nuisance, but I think our Wishiwashi can deal with it. Our Wishiwashi is going to have to do a hell of a lot of work here. Our Rotom Fan is still knocking around too, which is very nice. Our Rotom Fan being able to kind of come in and just pivot would be pretty slick. So it's not the end of the world here. It's still pretty tight. I want to see what he wants to do next, and we can figure out from there. We got a big hit off there. We got our Sock kind of come in, being able to finish it, being able to knock this thing out, and it's fantastic. In comes this Lapras. I am not thinking twice here. I think I just click the CC because I don't have anything that wants to come in on you. Because it's either Freeze Dry or Surf I'm eating here, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I think I take the CC on it and I just let this thing go down. And there's the Freeze Dry. Cool. Cool. Right, now I could bring the... I think we have to bring in our Rotom Fan here and just click the full switch. I think that's what we gotta do. And we kind of go from there. And let me click the full switch. And I think we have to go out into our Frostlass here if he elects to stay in. If he switches out into the B here, we bring in our Frostlass, we get a free Shadow Ball. He does elect to stay in. Big hit. That was a crit. Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, damn, that's some damage. That's some damage right there. With that being said, I definitely need to Wishiwashi at full health, so we gotta bring in the Spiritomb here to try and crack open this a little bit more. And I see another Freeze Dry. We eat that up. Beautiful. And I am going to go for a Shadow Ball because Shadow Ball is completely free, so we will do just that. And hopefully we can pick off this Lapras. We do indeed. Beautiful. That's nice. That leaves Archeops, Spiritomb, and the Behem left. I'm expecting Archeops here. Truth be told, I'm expecting Archeops here. Spiritomb. Alright. You'll probably want to go for like some sort of Sucker Punch shenanigans, I think. I reckon we could probably get away with going out into our Fanulous. I reckon. Because he could definitely Sucker Punch and kill me here. And I can go... Yeah, I think we go on to Fanulous. Let's keep Wishiwashi in the back. Wishiwashi is able to beat the Archeops. So we don't need to do anything too crazy there. We just get our Fanulous in. See the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay, that's okay. And I see FT's on the Spiritomb. Okay. Okay, now I'm expecting either a Behem or this thing to stay in. I would not mind Will-O-Wisping here. Because if he goes down to Behem, then I can just get a status on that. He does go for the Protect. It's alright. He won't. He'd be a lot more worried about dealing with us now, or sorry, dealing with our Rotom now because Archeops is not. Archeops is not free switching anyways, but definitely less so now. I'm just gonna go for the Pain Split. Like he's at full HP. I'm gonna be at half. Be nice just to get a little bit of HP back. And he's gonna go for the Hex. That's gonna hurt. That's just going to hurt no matter what. That's going to hurt no matter what. I could probably Pain Split again. But I think maybe Air Slash is probably a little bit more effective. So we'll do that. And then Pain Split next time if he goes for Protect. He does indeed go for the Protect. That's fine. I could Pain Split here. And get this thing within range of the Frostlass. He might just Hex here though. If he's going to Hex, If he's going to Hex, I think we... Okay, let me have a think here. If he's going to Pain Split, he's going to Pain Split. I'm sorry, free Pain Split. We probably will go down to the Hex. That leaves me with Frostlass to kind of come in and pick this thing off the Ice Beam. That leaves Arceus to kind of come in and pick off the Frostlass. I could get the Ice Shard off, and then it'd be up to whether Behemoth's Thunderbolt breaking through my... Behemoth's Thunderbolt breaking through me or not. If I set down a couple layer spikes with Frostlass at some point, Behemoth maybe can be beaten. So I think I gotta go for the Pain Spit and we'll see what happens. Here's the Shadow Sneak. I might be able to live that. And I am. He got greedy there. He got very greedy there. Very, very greedy there. He should have gone for the Hex and just picked me off, even though I was going to put him within range. He got super greedy there, and that's going to make my life a little bit more easier. Just a touch more easier. Can I know I can't deal with this thing being it'll do two things to me at the same time with this the Shadow Sneak. I think I have to Will-O-Wisp this thing to prevent the Shadow Sneak from picking off my Frostlass, because Spiritomb can be a little bit of a nuisance. So I gotta do just that. I could also go for 2 Air Slashes here. And maybe get the hacks. We've hit 2 Air Slashes so far and we haven't been able to get a flinch, so we are due one soon. Yeah, let me get the damage. Just let me get the raw damage out. Let me get that raw damage. Let me go for the Air Slash. This is unfortunate. Why does this thing not get Hurricane? It's beyond me. Like overheat on the Rotom on Rotom Heat, Hydro on Rotom Wash, Leaf Storm on Rotom O, but poor Rotom Fan, no Hurricane, no nothing. I am going to go for the Air Slash here. We'll see what happens. If he makes that read and goes into Archeops, fair play to him. But I'm just going to go for the Air Slash. And we'll see what happens. I think the fact that he didn't get to pick me off with the Shadow Sneak was a killer for him. But again, I just think getting this thing within range of Frostlass is beautiful for me. And there's the Air Slash. There's the Hex. That's no problem. Cool, cool, cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, for me, at this moment, my wishy-washy up against Spiritomb. If I have if he's 0 speed, sorry you guys, bear with me. Oh my god, what is wishy-washy's stats again? You're 140 base attack again. I have to remember that. 140. We do pick this thing. Do we pick this thing off? I'm just thinking, can I come in here, click flip turn and pick this thing off? I think I can. Oh, maybe not, but we're gonna... Yeah, if he's fully Fizz Def. So I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna go for that flip turn. As he will want to Will-O-Wisp here, but we are going to go for that flip turn. And if my controller can stop acting the mic here, we go for the flip turn, and if we don't kill, it goes straight for protect. Fuck off. That is just disgusting. Yeah, it's just disgusting. I do think he will go for the Shadow Sneak here. But I am going to, if he does go for the Shadow Sneak, I welcome it. But I am going to go for the flip turn. If he goes on to the BM just to sack it, it's fine by me. I doubt it though. I think he's going to, you're going to give me BM? Alright. I'll take that, Sunshine. I will take that all day, every freaking day. I think he might have choked there. Granted, I don't pick that BM off there, but I can bring in my Frostlass here. And I'm pretty sure my Frostlass, I am pretty sure I can just click Ice Shard against this thing. I have to double check the calcs here, you guys. Alright, I think we just click Shadow Ball. Oh no, hold on. Sorry. Bear with me. Ice Shard should kill. Or do I click the Shadow Ball? Does beat him get any sort of priority? Oh my god. I have a bit of time. I don't need to worry too much. Do you get any sort of priority here? I don't think you do, so I am gonna go for the Shadow Ball. If he does have priority, then I'm screwed. But I think we're good. Yeah, we just go for that. The barrier doesn't matter anymore. I like the tech, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so beat him goes down. That leaves Archeops left. We have to see what the Archeops wants to do here. Archeops, you are boots. We are going to speed tie. Ice Beam would kill. He has to click the Stone Edge. Or if he's got Rock Slide, he has to click that. That's what he has to do. If he's got the Sash, fair play to him. But I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam and see what happens. It's 50-50 here. 50-50. He has okay, so he outspent us. If he's Scarfed, different story. But if he is Scarfed, he has to switch there. Bit unfortunate there. If that was a speed tie, we would be a little bit unfortunate on that. But it is what it is. So we're gonna just have to go right back into our schooling. We have to click flip turn. We have to tank this hit, and we have to click the flip turn now. If he's Scarfed, he has to switch here, which would be unfortunate for him. Well, let's see what he wants to do here. If not, then we'll see what happens. Let me go into the school form there. Our flip turn has a chance to kill. He only has a chance of doing like a certain, like now when I mean a chance to kill, like we're doing like, we only have a 12% chance to want to kill this thing. But we'll see, and that's if he has got no investment, but in HP. Now I reckon he did go all out on the attack and the speed. He is going to U-turn, which is fair. The Rock Blast is going to be a tough one to stomach. I'm just rocking the calcs here, you guys. The Rock Blast, depending on how many hits he gets, it'll be interesting. The Spiritomb is going to come back out here. It's going to take rocks damage. The flip turn might kill this thing. We'll see. It does. I'll take that. One wishy-washy. That's my boy. You eat up that prey for breakfast, son. It's going to come down to this Archeops. He needs a couple of big hits. He needs 2. I'm at how much HP am I now? I'm on 105. I'm on 69%. 106. I'm at 70% HP. He needs 2-3 hits with the Rock Blast, or like a high roll with the Drew Wing Beat. It is going to come down to. It's going to come down to a little bit of luck here, you guys. How it's going to come down, I don't know. If he goes for the Rock Blast, if we get a 2-hit here, we're oh my god. Come on, 2 hits. 2 hits. That's a 3. That was a 3-hit one. Wait, that was 3 hits. We went from 106 to. We got the 1 hit KO. It doesn't matter. It's a crit. I'll take it all day. I'll take that all day. Give it to me, baby. Yes. We'll take that all day. But that was only a 12% chance of 1 hit KO. I will take that all day. Yeah, baby. 1-0 win started things off. I will take that. Doesn't matter how they come, ladies and gentlemen, as long as they come, we'll take that 1-0 win. GG's to our opponent. That was a really close, tight game, and there was a couple of really scary moments there, but I think we managed to deal with that fairly alright. Our offense on that team, by the way, Salk, Absol, you saw the damage it did. It claimed lives already. That was really, really good. And those a little bit slow there with the Spiritomb, but I think we just played it very, very, very carefully, and we knew the Archeops was his win con. We just got to make sure we had that wishy-washy safe in the back. Oh yeah, we'll take that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please click like button down for more from me. Click that subscribe button as well. Click the bell icon. Link to the merch is in the description down below. Link to Matt, our opponent's link is in the description down below. Link to all our other coaches in the UBL link in the description down below. And yeah, I'm going to get on about her. That's a great way to end my day. Time to go to bed. It's 20 past midnight, guys. I gotta go get my sleep. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.